Hello everybody and welcome. I am Jacqueline Rose, your women's health advocate, menopause educator and coach, and I am really excited to come to you today. It's been a little while. I know I've been doing my Women's Health Wednesday lives. Today is not Wednesday, I am fully aware. Don't get confused, it is Tuesday, but I still want to come to you today with a bonus Women's Health Wednesday live on Tuesday to talk to you about something that I think is really important because especially at this time of year, December is a super stressful, crazy busy month with all different things happening, the sort of hype of the end of the year. Obviously, there are lots of festivities and lots of parties and kids' vacation and all these types of things going on. And so December can be quite a stressful time for many women, especially if you are juggling work, kids, family responsibilities, vacation, and all the other things going on at the end of December. In addition, if you are experiencing unexpected stress, like many of us are, for many of us, we are going through things in life that are really throwing stress triggers at us on a daily basis. And I really wanted to come and talk to you about what I am doing to help me navigate and manage my stress, because we are living through very stressful times. And as we add on these layers and layers of stress, there are a few potential things that could happen. Very often our symptoms become exacerbated. Maybe you never even had symptoms before. Brain fog, sugar cravings, insomnia, inability to sleep, not being able to focus on anything. You just sort of sit there in front of your computer and you can't get on with your day. The normal errands that you do, your brain is just distracted. You just don't have energy, feeling tired and lethargic and just not motivated to do anything. All of these are very typical stress-induced symptoms, but they can also be menopause-induced symptoms, and they can also be symptoms that relate to totally feeling hormonally out of balance, that just not being able to do anything, to commit to anything, the procrastination, all of these very sort of emotional, cognitive, brain function things that we're going through really is so normal and so natural and so common as part of, stress, and also as part of being distracted when there are so many things going on, like is happening in December, where you just don't feel that you can actually get on top of yourself and on top of all the things you need to do. So I'm also living through very stressful times where I am, and I have actually been able to support my health and well-being, my mental health. I really want to share with you what those strategies are. I really want to share with you what I am doing so that you can maybe start to think about what you're doing, because I promise you, and I know this from my own personal experience, that as you learn how to navigate for yourself these really stressful times, it doesn't mean inevitably that you fall apart. And so many of us feel like we are falling apart. We just don't have the same ability to feel in control, whether it be, again, of our minds, body, or our spirit. As stress takes over, our inability to really feel that we are in control is way reduced, and our overwhelm, our burnout, our inability to function is increased. So I want to share 3 things that I'm doing that I think is going to be super helpful, that is going to hopefully really help you think about what can you do so that you can stay focused, energized, not feel depleted. That feeling of depletion is really powerful. During these days, even though my life is extremely stressful and I have a lot of stress triggers being thrown at me, I feel strong, I feel grounded, I feel energized, which is not to be taken for granted. And the three things that I am doing is my nutrition, what I'm eating, when I'm eating, how I'm eating. That is critical. That really, really is critical. Really not eating the foods that you're being automatically drawn to. A lot of times with stress comes the sugar cravings, and comes the carb cravings, and comes the emotional eating. And that is so totally normal. But if we can switch it up just a little bit, if you can really think about what you're eating, when you're eating, how you're eating, the foods you're eating, and eating the foods that are really, really good and supportive and nourishing, it is a game changer. The second thing that I am doing is taking time for myself. Now, I know when there is extra stress, sometimes that is not always possible. And sometimes the time you're taking for yourself is just about wanting to hide under the covers in your bed. And yes, while that is a great thing to do when you are under stress, just to hide away from the world, really what I mean by taking time for yourself is thinking about what is nourishing for you. And it could be 101 different things. It could be going to a gym class. It could be going for a walk. It could be meeting up with a friend for coffee. I don't really care what it is for you, but finding what is nourishing for you. Okay. Finding that thing that is really going to support you, that self-care, that looking after yourself, that it doesn't have to be anything big. It could be something really, really small, but you have to find that time for yourself to do whatever it is that you, that fills you up, that nourishes you. So that's number two. And number three is really changing your expectations. That how you may have been able to function in the past, the go, 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 the doing, the running, the errands, the juggling, the everything that just was your life beforehand, to really sit and say to yourself, like, that's not possible for me at the moment. And that is okay. To change the expectations and to really live within what is within your limits, within your boundaries. And if on one day you have more energy and you can push yourself a bit more, that's great. And if you have 5 days where all you want to do is stay in bed and hide under the covers, or whatever it may be, that's okay. Figure out what your limits are. Figure out what your boundaries are. Give yourself that grace and that acceptance to say, you know what, today, this is all I can do. And if that is all you can do, whatever it is, get up, get dressed, take the kids to school and come back home. If that's all you can do, fine. Give yourself the grace to say, I am under unusually difficult, stressful times. And this is within my limit of what I can do, and that is going to be okay. And you take away all the expectations of all the things that you've always done, the showing up for anyone and everyone and everything, and it's okay to say, I can't do that at the moment. So as we are going through these really, really stressful times, whatever your stress triggers may be, and obviously it's all exacerbated during December, please think about how stress is impacting you, and know that there is a different way, because I am proof that there is a different way to navigate the stress, and using at least these three simple strategies of thinking about what you're eating, when you're eating, how you're eating, thinking about what is nourishing for you, how are you nourishing yourself during these times, and thirdly, really, really reducing any of the expectations that you have on yourself of the way that you used to be able to function, because it's not relevant for today. It's just not. And within that reality of being bombarded with new stress triggers, in the reality of really experiencing all these symptoms, new symptoms or exacerbated symptoms, there is a way to navigate it so that you can get your brain function, your cognitive function back on track. There is a way to feel more energized and not feel so lethargic the whole time. There is a way to reduce those sugar cravings and those carb cravings and the emotional eating. And there is a way to really feel grounded and strong in your body, despite what you may be feeling at the moment. So if you want to know more, if you want to have a conversation with me about how to really navigate this time, please send me a DM. Let me know that you are struggling, and I am here to help you in whatever way I can to really support you at this stage of life, so that your symptoms do not become overwhelming and your symptoms do not take over, but you manage to get back, even if it's a tiny little piece of control in this crazy, stressful time. Have a fantastic day and see you soon.